let's talk about why it's too late for Ryan Garcia for him to get it together and be a world champion, or, you know, climb to the mountaintop or whatever. You know, he's competed at 130, 135. And, you know, now I believe he says he's going up to 140 pounds. And they couldn't find a way to get him an easy belt at 30. They couldn't find a way to get him an easy belt at 35. And at 40, it's tougher than both those divisions combined right now, than he's been in combined right now throughout his career. And, you know, the only glimmer of hope he can have is if Rolly can get the WBA belt, and he could beat Rolly at 140 pounds. Now, it's been some back and forth. You know, Tank saying, well, Ryan was my toughest opponent. Rolly was saying clearly I was Tank's toughest opponent. Some people will say it still is Jose Pedraza. You know, some people make some other you know, picks, Leo Santa Cruz, Mario Barrios, a couple of those guys. But if Ryan or Rolly is one of your toughest opponents, or even Barrios, in my opinion, is one of your toughest opponents, that just lets you know everything you need to know about how you've been moving. But it's not about Tank right now, per se. But, you know, they've been trying to kind of like carefully move Ryan Garcia, you know, and they carefully moved him into a money fight. And I told y'all why Ryan Garcia was going for the Tank fight. Long story short, in a nutshell, you know, it was the biggest money fight that he could be in. Basically, he was cashing out, you know, and that's what it was. And it's no strategic way for them to get a belt other than going back through PBC with Rolly Romero. Now, some people are under the belief that Rolly and Tank will have a rematch. If Rolly gets the WBA, Tank will move up and get the real Super WBA. So Rolly's fighting for the real Super WBA versus Ishmael Barros, okay? The original champion, Alberto Puello, tested positive. Now, he's talking about he got some proof, some medical record proof, and he's trying to submit those paperwork to VADA, but here lies the issue. They ask you for all of that before you sign up for VADA, any pills, medicine you taking. So still technically, you know, through this loophole, he still is guilty. He should have told him every prescription, or if he's about to start a prescription or needed a medical drug to start, you're supposed to send that to VADA right away. As we know right now, he is not doing that. So he's still in the wrong. So Rolly's going to fight Ishmael Barros May 13th. So he should, you know, on paper become world champion. And that's, you know, some people think, well, Tank going to get the real Super WBA belt. And now he can call himself a legit, 2-division world champion. Because he won a belt versus Pedraza at 30, which Pedraza, you know, robbed Aigner Cherry, in my opinion, of that belt. And he that'll be a second real belt that he won. Well, technically, it could be, you know, it's his third real belt he won if he get the Super WBA belt. But in a lot of people's opinion, them stripping, my man's, I forget his name, they stripped the Golden Boy guy and gave him the belt for fighting a guy coming off a loss and moving up versus him, and Jesus Clayar. So a lot of people don't even recognize him for that belt. So in reality, it'd be his third major world title. But you know, a lot of people in boxing say it'd be his second. So, because they really stripped the real champion and gave him a belt. But with Ryan Garcia, they couldn't strategically find a way to get him a belt through all these weight classes. And at 40, you know, outside of Rolly Romero getting the belt, it's going to be hard. Who can he beat? There's too many holes in this game. As you move up in weight, your power becomes less and less a factor. Opponents are able to absorb more punishment. They're naturally bigger. And a lot of times you move up in weight, you beating guys with skill set, IQ, speed, and that's how you beating them guys. And Ryan, people say, well, Ryan got speed, but he don't have IQ, don't have skill set. He said, well, I got bored in there, and that's why I got caught for Tank. At the end of the day, bro, if you can't stay focused and your attention span is that small that you can't be, you know, stay in the boxing ring and believe in your game plan, you in the wrong sport. Because somebody else really would have hurt Ryan Garcia a lot earlier and a lot more vicious than Tank Davis did. Tank Davis took the finesse route versus him. Tank Davis, in reality, fought a very scary fight. A very cautious, safety first, Money Mayweather-ish type of fight. Other guys not going to come in there and respect Ryan Garcia. A Regis Prograis not going to come in there and respect Ryan Garcia. A Sabril Matias is not going to respect, and his power going to be less and less a factor. Some of those dudes are going to be willing to take their shots or willing to come to him and beating his ass and stripping him of everything, everything including his dignity. So they talking about he be back bigger, stronger, better than ever. He will not be back bigger, back stronger. They will continue to try to finesse the system until an easy belt open up. And then again, at 140 pounds, how many Ishmael Barrows is there? Even if T.O., Josh Taylor fight, Josh beat T.O. and Josh moves up or whatever. Regis Prograis don't sound like he want to move up. Josh Taylor talking about he don't know what he want to do. It depends on how he feel. He talking about a Regis Prograis, match, Terrence Crawford match on the Last Stand podcast. Where does he get an easy belt at? He don't beat anybody he didn't want to attempt to fight anybody at 35. And the guy that he attempted that was semi-good, and Luke Campbell dropped him on his ass. And people say, well, he can get back to he don't even back to the basics and learn the fundamentals. He would have to take so many steps back and really get with a coach that's going to drill the fundamentals. He would have to get in some type of aerobics class, a dance class to get better footwork. Then you talking about defending. Then you talking about mastering the jab. He don't know how to throw a 1-2. You don't throw a 1-2. Matter of fact, fuck all that. He don't even have the focus. This motherfucker might need some Ritalin or some ADHD medicine to help him remain focused in the ring. He don't even have a focus in the ring. He said it himself, well, I got bored in there and the fans were booing. Hey, bro, you focus on Tank Davis. You want to be an exciting fighter and all that type of stuff. But, if you can't focus to give yourself the best chance, there's some things. He's not a boxer. He's not a professional boxer. He's not a pro's pro. He more of a Joe's Joe, to be honest. And he got some phenomenal athletic ability. And if somebody was able to really get to him in the amateurs early on and refine some of the things that he doing, it's different. It's different between him and Amir Khan. Amir Khan was by far more talented than Ryan Garcia. By far. Say what you want to say about Amir Khan. Amir Khan had an offensive arsenal. It was very redundant. You know what I'm saying? He did the same shit over and over again. But he had a great offensive arsenal. He was a superbly more talented fighter than Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia doesn't have the skill set of Amir Khan. And people say, well, if he sit down and he's 24 and he's focused on getting these skills, you'll understand, for one, he doesn't even have the focus. So he would have to focus. He would have to, stop all the shit he doing outside of boxing. He would literally have to be in that gym, and then you would have to apply it in fights, bruh. Sparring, drills, sparring, fights, lower level fights, and then he would have to literally pick up how to move, how to step back, how to get his head off the line, how to throw the jab, the different variations of jab you throw. How to dominate with the lead hand. You know what I'm saying? When to put that right hand in there. He would literally have, and then what you doing is, and you moving up in competition. All them guys at 40, they might not have a name. They tougher than everybody at 135 pounds. Shakur Stevenson is a very skillful fighter. But if you tell somebody, would I rather get in there with Sabril Matias or Shakur Stevenson? I take my chances versus Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Regis Prograis. I'm not saying Shakur not better than these guys or Shakur Stevenson. Regis Prograis. I mean, I'd rather get in there with Shakur Stevenson. Them dudes up there is rugged, tough. They done grew into the weight. Some of them might be a bit weight drained. You know, and they heavy hitters. And they can take a shot. Look at Sabril Matias's face. Look at that man's face. It's a fucking stone face. Remember that little stone thing they used to move in Super Mario? We used to go through the castles and all that shit. And the stones used to jump up and down. Motherfucker got a stone face. So, like I said before, man, it's over. It's too late. This will happen when you baby somebody. This will happen when you let somebody just get away with everything, doing everything wrong, and getting away with it. You know what I'm saying? And Canelo said, well, you need to be more focused. You need to do this. You need to do that. Everybody's seen this ass whooping coming in. What you gonna do is you gonna step up in competition from Tank, step up in a division with a rough, rugged, and do what? Joe Goose couldn't do shit for you. Eddie Reynoso couldn't do shit for you. Why even subject yourself to more punishment, bro? Now, if you want to have a farewell, going away fight, and you want to leave out on your own, you know, leave out on a high note, cool. But other than fighting Rolly at 140 pounds, ain't nothing. It's nothing. Nothing else is viable for him to get a world championship. It's too late. All the Lupe Valencia babying him, his parents babying him, instead of getting in there with a coach and allowing the coach to really drill these things in while he was fighting these lower level opponents, instead of building bad habits. He that much taller and bigger than Tank Davis and didn't have the presence of mind. And they didn't have the presence of mind to say, you know what? We can dominate this fight with a 1-2. Ryan, be disciplined. Remain focused. You can win this fight with a jab. And what do you do? Go out there? Like, dude. It's a disrespectful to call him Amir Khan, too. Amir Khan, way better fighter than he is. Way better boxer than he is. So, that shit too late. Unless they can pull off some great hot wiring and shit. Rolly, the only thing I see he can get a title from. And Rolly still might knock his ass out because he ain't got no defense. So it's gonna be able whoever land first. Very fun fight. But I'll be up to working with Ryan Garcia again and getting Rolly, because what he would have to do is try to come back and fight Rolly as soon as Rolly get the belt. That's what he would have to do. And it might be an out interest. Okay, man, we put him in here with Rolly. And the winner can rematch Tank Davis and make the rematch even bigger for Ryan Garcia. Now Ryan got a title. Ryan got a win. Maybe you get Ryan another quick win. Get Tank a quick win out the when he get out of jail, and then do it again next year sometime. That would be Al Heyman's, you know, this time no catch weights, no rehydration clauses, and that would be, you know, for Al Heyman. That'd make a lot of sense. But hey, it is what it is. Check out the Boxing News playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. You know, hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what's in the comment section. Peace.